My name is Riitta Valjärvi. I teach Finnish language, culture and history at the School of Slavonic and East European Studies here at UCL. I'm first going to tell you a little bit about Finland and the general features of Finnish language. You will also find out what item in the UCL Art Museum collections inspired this presentation. The main focus in this taster will, however, be on local cases in Finnish. What is a local case? It's a grammatical ending, also known as a suffix, that is attached to words. They have the same meaning as English prepositions: in, on, at, from, into, and so on. Finland is a republic in Northern Europe between Sweden and Russia. The Finnish name for Finland is Suomi. The capital of Finland is Helsinki. Note that in Finnish, it would be pronounced Helsinki. The stress is always on the first syllable. The population of Finland is around 5.5 million and the currency is euro. Finland is known as the land of 1,000 lakes, but in fact the number of lakes is 188,000. The map on the right shows clearly where the bigger lakes are. And the word for lake is järvi, and I have this word in my surname. Finnish surnames often have to do with nature. Finland not only has lakes, but also a lot of forest. 75% of the area is covered in forest, both farmed and wild. Basic facts about Finnish. So Finnish is a Uralic or more narrowly Finno-Ugric language related to Estonian and Hungarian, as well as Sami languages in Sweden, Norway, Finland and Russia, Karelian in Russia, and a dozen other languages spoken in Russia. Finnish and languages related to Finnish typically have many endings. And I've illustrated it here with the word autoissanikin that contains the stem auto, car, the plural ending I, the local case ending SSA, that means in, the ending ni, which is the meaning my, and the final ending kin, that means also. The meaning of this whole word is therefore also in my cars. Languages that behave like this, as languages that stack endings in this manner, are called agglutinating or concatenating. Finnish does not have grammatical gender, and this saves time when learning vocabulary because you don't have to remember whether a word is masculine or feminine, like in French and Spanish. Also, Finnish has just one third person pronoun hen, which means both he and she. Finnish does not have a definite or indefinite article either. So auto can, depending on the context, mean a car, that's indefinite, or the car, that's definite. What makes Finnish easy to learn is that it has a number of loanwords from both Swedish and English. And Swedish is similar to English and easy for native speakers of English to understand. You will see some of these loanwords very soon. This is the image from the UCL Art Museum that inspired this taster and reminded me of Finland. You will need a couple of words from this painting later, or this image later. Lake is järvi in Finnish, as I said. Switzerland, where the lake is Sveitsi. Turner is brittiläinen. All nationality adjectives end in lainen. For example, España is Spain and Spanish is espanjalainen. Finally, a boat is laiva. So let's talk about local cases. Finnish has two sets of local cases, internal and external. And we can focus on the first line here. So autossa means in a car, and the SSA ending means in. And these internal local cases are used with rooms, buildings, vehicles, anything that's a box or a container. External local cases on the right here are used with surfaces like a beach, like here, table, floor. Also they're used with vicinity when something's near something, and also with people. So rannalla means on a beach or on the beach with the ending LLA, that's on, at, by. Both series have two more endings that involve movement away from. So autosta is from the inside of a car. Rannalta is from the surface of the beach. And also movement towards. So auton is into the car. with a doubled vowel, and rannalle is onto the beach. Here are some additional examples. We are focusing on the endings without movement here. So SSA in and LLA on, at, or by. The first word postissa means in or a post office, in the or a post office. So it's a building, post is a building, so it takes an internal local case and the SSA ending. The next one is bussissa. Just like you saw with autossa, modes of transport take internal local cases because you're inside a bus or inside a car. It's a container or a box and you go inside. The third one is kylässä, in a village, towns and villages, but also forests and parks take the internal local cases and the ending SSA. The next example is kurssilla. So kurssi means a course and it's an activity or an abstract thing. So you are on a course with LLA. Kioski takes external local cases as well because you did not historically go inside a kiosk. You bought things through a small window outside. So you're kind of at the kiosk. And finally, presidentilla can mean at or with the president, or more commonly, the president has something. You may have noticed that sometimes here the endings have dots in them and sometimes not. So the dots, you can see them in kylässä, so it's SSA with dots, and presidentilla is LLA with dots. Why would this be the case? So vowels in Finnish are divided into 3 groups. Back vowels are pronounced in the back of the mouth, and they are a, o, u. Front vowels are pronounced with the highest point of the tongue near the front of the mouth, and they are ä, ö, u. You can't mix these 2 groups in one word. And for this reason, endings adjust accordingly. So if a word has a back vowel, use the back vowel version, SSA, for example, autossa. And if the word has front vowels, you use the front vowel variant, for example, kylässä, in a village. You can mix the neutral vowels e and e with both groups within a word, but if a word only has front vowels, only has neutral vowels, you use the front vowel version of the endings. For example, presidentilla. Next, I want to briefly look at changes that can happen when you add an ending to a word. So the word for Finland is Suomi. Note how the e at the end of the word becomes e when we add the ending. So it becomes Suomessa. This happens with old Finnish words that end in e, but not with loan words. So järvi, lake, would behave in the same way. The final e would become e. So järvessä. The next word is englanti. England, the e remains an e as it's a loan word, but there's a softening of the nt sound near the ending. So nt becomes an n. This happens with all words with the nt sound near the ending. The next word is Finland's capital, Helsinki. It's a Swedish word originally, so the e remains an e at the end, but the nk combination is weakened to eng before the ending. So it's Helsinki, but Helsingissä. This change is systematic as well. Note the dots in the ending with Helsinki, as it only has neutral vowels, so you need the dots. The last 2 examples are about a change in meaning depending on the ending. For example, järvi, lake, and lake, both endings. So järvessä would mean in a lake, and järvellä on a lake. Katossa means in the ceiling, but katolla means on the roof. Kiitos. Thank you. Here are my sources and information about the UCL Art Museum, and also my email address in case you have any questions.